Hello everyone, it's me, Manny, and today we are talking about the page 4 of my art project. It's a comic. I haven't said it yet, but you can see it normally. So, page 4. We have the end of the action of page 3. You can see the carpet behind him, and that under the carpet was a trapdoor that he's falling. I don't know if that's really well showed. Should have put some white lines. That's a little nitpick I have for myself. Should have showed better that he's falling. That's his thing. He just doesn't go down ladder. He just lets himself fall to show his personality. So the things he thinks about this time, I'm gonna translate on the fly this time. I didn't pre-read it to translate in my head at first time. It has been years that it's like that, in continuation of that's the price of war. It has been years that it's like that. I should not worry about it. I killed on both sides. So you get a bit more of what I showed before. I told in the last page he doesn't have a lot of empathy, but you can see that something is there, and that something would have been utilized if I was able to make the 49 pages, but it's not visible on the 11. But it's not that bad because it's there. You can already see that there is something hidden behind that cyborg not giving a shit and not having empathy. And then he just grabs the ladder before he destroys the other trapdoor with his weight, which will be joked about in the next page. The tip I have for this page is play around with the panels. As you can see, I have a pretty good variety of panels on this page. No panel is exactly the same. We have panels of different sizes, and now we have panels that are longer, and they're a different they're just very different from the others. Just think about what is the best shape to show the action you want to show, and just use it. Just don't be afraid to experiment with the shapes of your panels. Don't be afraid to have a character that breaks the panels, or to have weird panel shapes or panels in front of other panels if it's useful for what you're showing. Just think about how the panels show how the things happen, but just be careful that the panels still read in the right order. I didn't use a manga right to left. As you can see, I already with the other pages I used the Western left to right, because that's what I'm used to. Even though I read manga sometimes, the things that I read more often are comic books, so that's the order I did. But whatever order it is, just stick to it and make sure that everything reads in the right order, because that's a pretty newbie mistake to have a panel that you have no idea in what order you're supposed to read it, because there's the order of up to down, but when it's right to left or left to right, you didn't account for the order. You have a paddle that leads to 2 other paddles and you have no idea which one you're supposed to read first, and it's a mess. And there's just paddles that never get read and it doesn't make sense. So be careful with paddles and experiment with their shape, that's my tip. For this speech I don't really have much to say, unlike the others that I had so much to talk about. Which is good because I've been doing those recording with like a 10-second break the time that I load the next one, so that's a good change of pace. And I can talk about something that happened during my oral presentation that happened. As I said, there was a problem with the nickname not being explained. MC is throughout the whole thing almost is referred to as SMC, and later at the end we learn his name, but we don't know what the nickname means. And since it's pretty important, well, it's not really important, but apparently it's confusing, I'm gonna state what it means right now, so there is no confusion in the future. It means satanic, mercenary, satanic mercenary. What's the C? I don't remember my own stuff. Satanic mercenary. Cyborg. I'm a dummy. He's a cyborg. Satanic mercenary cyborg. Because he's a cyborg, he has those missions that are pretty much like a missionary. And mercenary, I don't know how to pronounce it. And the satanic refers to him having half goddess, half demon as his boss. Which is something that if I don't state it now, I won't be able to state it elsewhere, because in French you have a different word for boss when it's a man or a woman, because we have way more gender in words, which is a pain on the day-to-day when you're non-binary, but that's a subject for another day. But thus, when I can say in French, just by using the word boss, that she is a she, I can't in English, so I said it there. You will know for later that she's a she, she's their boss, and they respect her. You already caught up with the future like that, which honestly is pretty good, because scatterbrain, I will probably forget to mention it, and so already knowing it is always useful. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this time. It's way shorter than page 2 was so long, but it's fine. We mix it up a bit. And I'll see you next video, guys, for page 5. So bye bye, take care.